ever heard that saying, "I love you, but I don't really like you right now"? That kind of stings to hear, doesn't it? But to be honest, that's a very real feeling we can have as parents. We spend so much time with our kids, and they spend a ton of time with us as well. We're with each other so much, it's only a matter of time before we see each other at our worst. Because we're humans, that means at some point, we're going to experience a very real frustration with the people we love. It's the craziest part of being a family. Here are a few tips on how to deal with frustration towards your child. First, give yourself some grace. You're only human, and there's nothing wrong with feeling frustration. What is wrong is allowing that frustration to turn into unhealthy anger that lead to damaging conflict. You don't have to beat yourself up for feeling frustrated. Instead, you can recognize that your frustration is signaling you that something needs to change. So focus more on making a positive change than feeling guilty about being frustrated. Second, it's better to respond than to react when you feel frustrated. I know those words seem similar, but there's a big difference. A reaction is quick and fueled with emotion. A response is slow, calm, and includes some thought. It's so much easier to react because that doesn't require much discipline. To respond requires that we think before we speak. This is the heart behind James 1:19. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Finally, call a timeout when you need one. You might be saying to yourself, I'd love to respond instead of react, but that doesn't feel realistic. The best way to respond is to give yourself a break from intensity and emotion and take a breath and think about your response. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking a timeout. Just make sure you let your child or your family member know when you'll be able to return to the conversation. You can say something like, I need to take a quick break from our conversation to calm down a bit. I'll be back in 5 minutes to finish this. This will be a great example for your kids to follow as well. Frustration in a family setting is inevitable, but screaming, yelling, and destructive conflict doesn't have to be. Instead of feeling bad about being frustrated, let it cue you to take time out and have a healthy response. This has the potential to help your family face frustration in a healthy way.